Imagine waking up one morning, looking in the mirror, and realizing that the lines you've been fighting for years suddenly look deeper, sharper, more permanent. Most people think wrinkles after 60 are something you just have to accept. They think creams, serums, and expensive treatments are the only solution, and when those stop working, they assume it's over, that the skin they had is gone for good. But what if I told you there is a way to eliminate wrinkles naturally and effectively, and it has nothing to do with miracle products or painful procedures? What if I told you the real secret isn't what you put on your skin, but what your body is missing inside? The only real way to eliminate wrinkles after 60 is to stimulate collagen from the inside out, not with trendy powders, not with fake promises, but with the exact nutrients and habits that switch your collagen engine back on. Your skin isn't dead, it's just waiting for the right signals. The first signal your skin needs is protein. Your body uses protein to build collagen fibers, but many older adults don't eat enough, which means the skin doesn't get the raw material it needs. The second signal is vitamin C, which acts like the ignition switch. Without vitamin C, your body cannot turn protein into collagen. And the third signal is a group of nutrients most people overlook: zinc, copper, and silica. These minerals are essential for tightening loose skin, repairing wrinkles, and improving elasticity. Because here's the truth almost nobody talks about. After the age of 60, your skin stops producing the one thing that keeps it firm, lifted, smooth, and elastic: collagen. By 60, your natural collagen production has dropped by more than 50. That means your skin can't repair itself the way it used to. It can't bounce back from sun damage, dehydration, stress, or even facial expressions. So wrinkles become permanent, not because of age alone, but because your body no longer has the biological tools to rebuild the skin structure underneath them. And this is where the only way comes in, because you can apply all the creams in the world, but if there's no collagen under the skin, nothing changes. But here's where it gets interesting. Once you feed your body the right nutrients, the skin starts responding fast, not because you're reversing age, but because you're restoring the biological process that naturally keeps your skin youthful. Collagen begins rebuilding the foundation under the wrinkles. Skin becomes thicker, fine lines soften, deep folds lift, and that crepey texture that makes your skin look tired begins to smooth out. It's not magic, it's biology finally working the way it's supposed to. And the best part, you can support this process through simple daily habits. Hydration becomes more important after 60 because your skin loses water faster than when you were younger. Light sunlight exposure, just a few minutes, boosts vitamin D, which supports collagen regulation. Sleep becomes a powerful repair tool because nighttime is when your body rebuilds the skin the most. Even gentle facial massage increases blood flow to the skin, bringing oxygen and nutrients to the wrinkles that need them most. So when people ask, what's the only way to eliminate wrinkles after 60? The answer isn't a cream or a secret procedure. It's rebuilding collagen from the inside, supporting it with the right minerals, and giving your skin the circulation, hydration, and repair time it needs to come back to life. You are not too old for your skin to change. You are not too late to look younger. You simply haven't been shown how to give your skin what it truly needs. Most people believe wrinkles after 60 are an unavoidable part of aging, but what truly surprises them is that the biggest reason those lines become permanent has nothing to do with time itself. It has everything to do with collagen, or more accurately, the dramatic loss of collagen that happens after the age of 60. Collagen is the internal scaffold that keeps your skin firm, lifted, and elastic. When you smile, frown, sleep on your side, or spend time in the sun, collagen is what allows your skin to bounce back into place. But by the time you reach 60, your collagen production has dropped by more than half. That means every expression, every environmental stress, and every bit of sun exposure leaves a deeper mark than it used to. The skin becomes thinner, weaker, less supported, and far more likely to wrinkle, even from small movements. Another reason collagen loss is so noticeable after 60 is that the skin's ability to repair itself slows down dramatically. In your younger years, if you had a long day in the sun or didn't sleep well, your body could still rebuild the damaged collagen fibers overnight. But after 60, the repair system operates at a fraction of its previous speed. The skin doesn't bounce back after stress. Lines that were once temporary become etched in. The crepey, papery texture that many people notice on their neck, arms, or under their eyes is not just dryness. It's the thinning of collagen layers that used to keep the skin firm and smooth. This is why people suddenly feel like they aged fast, almost overnight. They wake up one year and notice that their cheeks look more hollow, the folds around their mouth look sharper, and the fine lines under their eyes have turned into permanent creases. It's not that the skin aged dramatically in a short period of time, it's that the skin no longer has enough collagen underneath to hold its shape. When collagen levels are high, wrinkles soften. When collagen levels collapse, wrinkles settle in. The moment the structure weakens, gravity begins pulling on the areas that used to stay lifted on their own. What many people interpret as getting older is actually the visible result of collagen loss happening silently beneath the surface. Understanding this makes everything clearer. Wrinkles don't become permanent because you are getting older. They become permanent because your skin has lost the natural building material it needs to stay youthful. Once collagen production slows, the skin simply doesn't have the structural support it once did. But the encouraging part is that collagen loss is not the end of the story. The skin can still respond, still repair, and still rebuild. It just needs the right internal signals to begin again. Most people who struggle with wrinkles after 60 eventually reach the same frustrating conclusion: nothing works anymore. They buy creams that promise miracles, serums that claim to tighten the skin overnight, and oils that say they'll erase lines. But the results are always temporary or barely noticeable. The reason has nothing to do with the quality of the products and everything to do with where wrinkles actually form. Wrinkles don't start on the surface of the skin, they start deep underneath it. So when you apply something on top, even something expensive, it can soften and hydrate the outer layer, but it can't rebuild the deeper layers where collagen is missing. Without collagen inside the skin, those topical products simply don't have anything to work with. It's like trying to smooth a bedsheet without fixing the lumpy mattress underneath. The problem isn't the surface, it's the structure below it. To make matters worse, most people over 60 unintentionally speed up collagen loss without realizing it. They rely heavily on topical creams that promise tightening and lifting, but those creams can only work on the outer layer of the skin. They cannot rebuild collagen where wrinkles actually start, in the deep dermal layers. So the skin stays dry, the wrinkles stay deep, and people assume nothing will work. Meanwhile, the real issue is untouched. The internal collagen reservoir continues to shrink. Without collagen underneath, even the most expensive creams or treatments produce only temporary surface changes that fade as soon as the product wears off. This is why people feel disappointed when they see only slight changes. Creams can make the skin look better for a few hours because they add moisture and create a smoother finish, but they cannot lift sagging skin or erase deep lines. The outer layer of the skin is made mostly of dead cells, which means it doesn't have the ability to produce collagen. Collagen is created in the deeper dermal layer, where topical products rarely reach. And even when a product claims it can boost collagen, it often cannot penetrate deep enough or deliver the biological signals required to turn collagen production back on. So people end up spending money waiting for results that never happen and believing that aging is simply unstoppable. The truth is much simpler. Wrinkles cannot disappear if the skin doesn't have collagen underneath to fill them out. Think of collagen as the cushion inside a pillow. If the stuffing disappears, the pillow collapses. No matter how smooth the pillowcase is, the shape won't return until you refill it. Your skin works the same way. When collagen declines, the skin folds and creases because there is no support holding it firm. Creams and serums can soften the pillowcase, but they can't restuff the pillow. That's why people over 60 need to rebuild from the inside if they want real lasting change. Another reason topical products disappoint older adults is that the skin becomes thinner with age. Thinner skin loses moisture faster and becomes more vulnerable to sun exposure and environmental damage. So even if a cream gives you a temporary glow, the underlying collagen deficit continues to deepen the lines over time. This is why some wrinkles seem to grow sharper each year, even though you're using more products than ever. Without addressing the root cause, collagen depletion, the skin simply cannot hold its shape. The encouraging part is that once you understand this, everything becomes clearer. You don't need to throw away all your skincare. You just need to stop expecting surface treatments to do the job of deep structural repair. Topical products are great for hydration and protection, but they cannot eliminate wrinkles on their own because they cannot build collagen. Real wrinkle reduction begins internally, where collagen is formed. Once you fuel the body with what it needs to rebuild, the skin finally has the foundation it needs to lift, tighten, and smooth out again. Protein is the first and most important piece of the puzzle. Without enough protein, your body cannot form the long collagen fibers that give your skin structure. Many people over 60 simply don't eat enough protein to support skin repair because appetite naturally decreases with age. But when protein intake goes down, collagen goes down with it. That leads to thinner skin, deeper wrinkles, and a loss of the plumpness that keeps the face looking youthful. Increasing protein, even just a little, gives your body the amino acids it needs to start building collagen again. But protein alone isn't enough. It's like having all the wood you need to build a house, but no tools to put it together. The only real way to reduce wrinkles after 60 is to restart collagen production from the inside, because that is the one biological process responsible for keeping the skin firm, lifted, and smooth. When people hear this, they often think they need a fancy supplement or an expensive powder, but the truth is that the body already knows how to make collagen. It simply needs the right raw materials to switch that process back on. Collagen isn't created out of thin air. Your skin uses specific building blocks, and if even one of those blocks is missing, your collagen production slows almost to a stop. That's why older adults who rely on creams alone never see real improvement in deep lines. The surface is being moisturized, but the deeper layers that actually hold the skin up aren't receiving what they need to rebuild. Once the internal nutrients are restored, the skin finally begins to respond again. This is where vitamin C comes in. Vitamin C is the activation switch for collagen production. Without it, the body cannot transform protein into collagen, no matter how much protein you consume. That's why people who don't get enough vitamin C have dull, fragile, slow-healing skin. When vitamin C is present, the collagen building process wakes up. Suddenly, the skin has the ability to repair itself again, forming new fibers that lift and strengthen the areas that have collapsed into wrinkles. Most older adults get only small amounts of vitamin C each day, not enough to activate the repair process consistently. So the body stays stuck in a low collagen state, even if protein is available. Then come the minerals that complete the collagen equation: zinc, copper, and silica. These nutrients act like the builders and stabilizers of the collagen structure. Zinc helps repair damaged tissue. Copper helps cross-link collagen fibers so they become firm and elastic. Silica strengthens the connective tissue in the skin, giving it durability and preventing it from sagging. When all three of these minerals are present along with protein and vitamin C, collagen production doesn't just restart, it accelerates. The deeper wrinkles that once seemed carved into the skin begin to lift from below. Fine lines soften because the skin regains thickness. The crepey texture that makes the skin look tired starts to smooth out as the underlying collagen layer rebuilds. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but the body responds faster than most people expect once the missing pieces are supplied. The most exciting part is that none of this relies on extreme treatments. It relies on feeding the body the same nutrients it used effortlessly in your younger years before age slowed the process down. When you restore the building blocks, the skin rebuilds itself naturally because the ability to create collagen never disappears. It simply goes dormant until you activate it again. Once the body receives the right nutrients it has been missing for years, something almost magical happens beneath the surface of the skin. Collagen begins to rebuild the foundation that wrinkles have been sinking into for decades. Most people don't realize that wrinkles are not carved into the skin. They are formed because the deeper structural layers have collapsed. When collagen fibers start to regenerate, they fill in those hollowed areas from within. That's why fine lines begin to soften first. They're the easiest to repair because they were caused by smaller amounts of lost collagen. As new fibers form, the skin slowly thickens, becomes more elastic, and regains the plumpness that makes the face look smoother and more youthful. This process is not sudden, but it is steady, and once it starts, the skin responds more willingly than most people over 60 expect. Deep wrinkles follow the same pattern, but they take a bit more time because the structural collapse underneath them is larger. These wrinkles around the mouth, on the forehead, around the eyes, formed because the collagen layer thinned dramatically over the year. When collagen begins to rebuild, these deep folds start lifting upward. They don't disappear overnight, but they become shallower, softer, and less sharp. Even a slight increase in collagen thickness makes a visible difference in how deep-set lines appear. People often think these changes are impossible after 60, but the truth is that collagen repair has no age limit. If the building blocks are present, the body will use them. Another dramatic improvement happens with crepey skin. Many older adults describe their skin as thin, crinkly, and fragile, especially under the eyes, on the neck, or on the backs of the hands. This texture forms when collagen fibers break down and are not replaced. The skin loses density, making it look like tissue paper. But when collagen production increases again, even slowly, the skin begins to regain strength. New collagen fibers weave through the damaged areas, firming the tissue and reducing that papery appearance. The skin becomes tighter, not because it's being pulled, but because its internal structure is rebuilding from within. As this happens, the surface naturally looks smoother and more refined.